Most high-ticket coaches think their funnel isn't working because they need more leads, better ads, or a fancy automation system. But the truth, your funnel is not broken. Your approach to client acquisition is. You don't need a super complex funnel with 15 different steps. You don't need to copy some guru formula that worked in 2020. And you definitely don't need to spend months tweaking your setup. Instead, the highest performing 100K per month coaches master 3 specific funnel tactics that make client acquisition effortless. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly what those 3 tactics are and how you can use them to bring in pre-sold high-ticket clients on autopilot. By the end of the video, you'll have the exact funnel shifts you need to scale without wasting money or overcomplicating your process. So let's dive right in. For those who don't know me, my name is Gian Bernard Despino. I'm the ads guy behind your favorite info product gurus in this space. I've personally managed over $87 million in ad spend, working with not only just high-ticket coaches, but also brands like Amazon.com, Miracle Brand, Motley Fool, and over 100 plus others. I created this channel to distill the learnings of that $87 million and relate it directly to scaling high-ticket coaching businesses. And after working with hundreds of high-ticket coaches across industries like fitness coaching, SaaS businesses, and niche consulting, I've seen exactly what works and what doesn't. Most coaches struggle with their funnel, not because it's bad, but it's because they're missing a few critical elements that make it convert predictably. Today, I'll show you what those elements are and how to fix them. So here's exactly what we're covering today. The number 1 funnel mistake that keeps coaches stuck under 20K per month, 3 high-ticket funnel tactics that drive predictable growth, and how to make your funnel work on autopilot without increasing your workload. So by the end of the video, you'll have a complete roadmap for fixing your funnel and scaling past 100K per month without unnecessary complexity. So let's get into it. The number 1 funnel mistake that keeps coaches stuck under 20K per month. Before we talk about what to do, let's talk about what's keeping most coaches stuck. Most high-ticket coaches assume that a funnel is just a landing page, an opt-in, and a booking link. So they build something basic, and then they wonder why leads aren't converting into calls, the right clients aren't showing up on the calls, and they have to constantly tweak things just to get results. But here's the problem. Most coaches focus on funnel mechanics instead of funnel psychology. The best funnels aren't about steps. They're about guiding the lead's decision-making process. The best funnels don't just collect leads. They create demand for your offer before the pitch ever happens. Once you shift your focus from what tech do I need to how do I guide my leads into buying, everything changes. Now let's get into the 3 funnel tactics that actually move the needle. So the 3 high-ticket funnel tactics that drive predictable growth. These are the exact funnel strategies I've seen work for fitness coaches, SaaS businesses, and high-ticket consultants, and they're likely missing from your funnel right now. Tactic number 1, the silent sales letter. You want to make your funnel do the selling before the call. Most coaches rely on sales calls to do all the selling. Here's the truth. If your funnel isn't pre-selling for you, you're making your sales process 10 times harder. Think about it. When a high-ticket prospect books in a call, they should already be clear on why your method works, aware of their pain point and urgency to solve them, and ready to take action. If they show up saying, "So what do you do?" you've already lost. Here's how to fix this. Instead of treating your funnel like a basic opt-in form, turn it into a silent sales letter that warms up leads before the call. For example, one of my fitness coaching clients went from getting ghosted on 50% of their calls to closing 80% on the first conversion just by adding a strong pre-call video that reframes their audience beliefs before the pitch, a 3-step email sequence that depends on trust before the call, and a proof-driven success pathway section on their funnel page that removes objections in advance. When done right, leads will feel like they've already decided to work with you before the call even happens. Tactic number 2, the authority amplifier. You want to position yourself as the only logical choice. Another huge mistake I see, most coaches treat their funnel like a resume instead of a conversion asset. They list credentials, experience, and generic bullet points, but never build authority in a way that makes them the only logical choice. Instead of just listing testimonials, highlight why your method is different in a way that eliminates comparison shopping. Instead of saying, "I help SaaS founders grow," say, We've helped 127 SaaS founders double their MRR in 90 days without spending a single dollar on ads. Here's an example. One of my SaaS business coaching clients went from struggling with price objections to closing 12K deals with no resistance by simply tweaking their funnel copy. 2. Call out their exact niche clearly. We help bootstrapped SaaS founders scale to 50K MRR in 6 months. You want to showcase their unique process. They called it the predictable MRR formula. They want to stack authority signals strategically, adding mini case studies that prove ROI upfront. When done right, prospects won't just want a business coach. They want you specifically. Next is tactic number 3, the decision accelerator. Shorten the sales cycle and remove friction. The best high-ticket coaches use a decision accelerator inside their funnel to create urgency and make their decision feel easy. Here's how it works. Step number 1, introduce the now versus later decision frame. Instead of just saying book in a call, use messaging that makes inaction feel costly. So here's an example from a SaaS business coaching client. Before, let's talk about scaling your MRR, book a call now. But after we changed it, the number one reason SaaS founders get stuck under 50K MRR, waiting too long to make a strategic change, let's fix that now. So this immediately reframes the call as a way to avoid future pain, not just an option that they can delay. Step 2, use a fast action commitment mechanism. So most funnels let leads browse passively, but high-performing funnels force a micro commitment before the call. So here's an example from a fitness coaching funnel. So before, generic booking page where leads pick a time and leave. After booking, leads must answer a commitment question before confirming their slot. Are you ready to take action on your fitness goals in the next 30 days? So when prospects actively commit before the call, they're far less likely to ghost or hesitate. Step number 3, shorten the buying window with a simple decision trigger. Most coaches let leads sit in maybe mode for too long. Fix this by adding a simple decision deadline in the funnel. So here's an example, a fitness coaching funnel tweak. After the call, leads get a 24-hour action bonus, extra support, personal review, and additional coaching. For the SaaS coaching funnel tweak, if they don't enroll within 48 hours, they lose access to a limited cohort slot. So these small urgency mechanisms push leads toward a faster decision without feeling like a gimmick. So at this point, you've got a high converting funnel, but how do you scale it without spending more time managing it? Here's where most coaches go wrong. They keep micromanaging their funnel daily instead of setting it up to run itself. Or they get stuck tweaking minor details instead of focusing on growth. Or they burn out because their funnel relies too much on them personally. So here's how to automate and scale without breaking your system. Step number 1, automate lead qualification and pre-selling. Instead of manually filtering leads, use an automated qualification trigger to keep your calendar full of the right. So what to do? Use a pre-screening process, ask key questions before the call to filter out low quality leads. 2, leverage video content and have an automated pre-call video that educates leads before they even talk to you. So here's an example from a SaaS consultant funnel. Before, there were just way too many unqualified leads booking calls and wasting time on people who just weren't a fit. But now, we added a mandatory pre-call video and a 3 qualifier question, so unqualified leads drop off, and that meant conversions doubled. This makes sure that every call is worth your time. Step number 2, optimize for scalability so you're not the bottleneck. If your funnel relies too much on you, you'll break when you try to scale. Here's what you do. Turn your process into a repeatable system so it works without constant oversights. And train a team of members to handle sales conversions so you don't take every single call. Use retargeting and nurture systems to bring in more leads automatically. So here's an example from a fitness coaching business. This was them before. A coach was running all sales calls and follow-ups personally. He couldn't scale past 10 clients. After, he hired a closer and a setter, which automated lead nurturing. Went from 10 clients to 40 without adding more hours. So scaling is about leverage. Your funnel should do more work, not you. So if you've been struggling with your funnel, here's the truth. You don't need more steps. You need better psychology. You don't need more leads. You need a system that pre-sells for you. And you don't need to overcomplicate things. You need a simple, scalable funnel that works on autopilot. This is exactly what I help high-ticket coaches do. Anyways, This was a pleasure making this video. I'll see you in the next one.